Hi guys, welcome back to Chess the Matthew. So on this video, we'll tackle about the deadliest technique in chess. So the deadliest technique in chess is actually a checkmate. Because after you deliver the technique, then you automatically win the game via checkmate. For example, on this video, I will show you the three situational checkmate in the opening. For example, after e4, e5, queen h5, attacking the pawn. And for example, after the black defend the pawn, here comes now the bishop to c4 with an intention to have two attackers on this f7 with only one defender. And for example, after the black here attack the queen with the knight, but it is already now after 4 moves with queen takes f7 checkmate, because the black king here can no longer escape the check. He cannot cover the check, and he cannot also capture the checking pieces because it was actually supported with bishop to c4. And another, for example, after e4, e5, knight f3, d6, defending the pawn from this attack on knight f3. And for example, after bishop c4, just developing a piece, knight c6, again developing his knight to control the center. The white do the same with knight c3. And for example, after bishop g4, h3, attacking the bishop. And after, for example, a retreat, and knight takes e5, in which we shall see in this position now that diagonal for the bishop was actually opened, and if the black captured the queen, but there is a mate n2 on this position after bishop takes f7 with a check. The king can no longer capture these pieces because it was actually defended with a knight, and he cannot cover the check, so the only defense is to escape the check on the 7. But after 8 moves, it is already now a checkmate with knight d5 checkmate. So we shall see that the king has no safe square to go. He cannot cover, he cannot capture the checking pieces. So you can put immediately 1-0 in your score sheet. So going back on the initial position, so the deadliest technique in chess is actually a checkmate, because there is no defense against to it, and the only you can do against that technique is that you must stop that technique to be delivered via a defense. For example, after g4 and e5, and if for example, if the white here play f3, but there's just a queen h4 checkmate, and by knowing this, in which the black here actually wins in just 2 moves in a checkmate technique, by knowing this, for example, after f3, you will be checkmated with queen to h4, then you will not play f3 so that you cannot be checkmated with queen h4, but instead, for example, play bishop g2, and then for example, after knight c6, for example, if you play f3, then there is no checkmate after queen h4 because you have a escaping square to the f1. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe.